Okay, let's get started on our notes over single replacement reactions. So again, I would pause the video and record what I have already written down, or pause as you go through, either way. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and add in my plus, my arrow or yield symbol, and my other plus. Now, when we come to do a single replacement reaction, the way that we recognize that it is a single replacement is that it will always be an element plus a compound. Now, some people say, well, do they have to be in that order? No, they do not. But you will just see one is an element, one is a compound. They can be flipped around, and that's fine. And it will form another element plus a compound. Okay, so that is how we recognize it versus some of the others that we have. So that is the general element plus a compound gives me a different element and a different compound. So looking at our pictures here, you can see that A and B, A is the element in this case, B is the element in this case. Okay, so let's just look at some examples. And in order to do a single replacement reaction, we must have what we call our activity series. And you have two of them. One is for metals and one is for nonmetals. Now, I've just posted the metal one over here for us to look at. And I will make you a small enough copy that you can also insert here as needed. But basically what we're looking at when we're doing this is who's the winner and who's the loser. And again, winners always can replace the losers. So the winners are at the top, the losers are at the bottom. So when I look at barium and silver, these are my two metals. Okay, pay attention. Those are my two metals. Nitrate is not a metal. Barium and silver. So I just come here and I find them. Well, here's barium. And where is silver? Here's silver. And so my question becomes, in this case, is barium greater than silver? Is barium greater than silver? If it is, then this reaction will take place. If it is not, then the reaction will not take place. And so in this case, barium is higher, it's up more in the winner bracket, than the silver. And so this reaction will take place. So I'm going to go ahead for me and erase that off because I don't have enough space. And so let's write the reaction then. We're going to have these two switch places. So we now have, I'm going to go ahead and just put this down here. We're now going to have silver plus barium nitrate. Okay, and now again, we're going to need to look at our charges and so forth on there to make sure that we have the correct charges. And if you don't remember that, then you need to get out your periodic table and look at it. So in this case, barium is a +2 charge, nitrate is a -1, so I'm going to need 2 nitrates. Now, one of the things that we need to remember as we're doing this, okay, this is the element barium, and one thing that you need to always remember when it is the element, that it does not have a charge. So if you say charge, your charge is 0. It has no charge. This is the element. No charge. It hasn't given up electrons or gained electrons yet. Okay? And when you have, so I'm going to put that up here. This is a charge of 0. I might just take this off down here. And when you look at your BX, remember that your barium is your cation, so it's positive, and your X is your anion, and so it is negative. When you come over here to the products, the B now becomes a 0 charge, your A will gain or lose electrons, so it now becomes your positive, and your X stays your negative. Okay? So just be aware of that this is the element. It has no charge. Okay? The element has no charge. Okay? It hasn't gained or lost electrons. Okay, let's look at aluminum and calcium. Those would be our two metals here. So aluminum is here, and calcium is here. And so the question becomes, is aluminum greater than calcium? And this is not the case. No, it's not. So this is a no reaction. And when that happens, we just leave it blank. We're not going to write anything there at all. Okay, so again, you're going to be sure that you paste in your activity series and also paste in your activity series for your nonmetals.